So first slide, please. So designing for the future involves learning from the past, and getting feedback from people who live in the homes we design is a crucial part of planning newer and even better places to live. There's so much to think about, and designing for generations to come is a great responsibility. If we can design places with communities which can adapt and accommodate changing needs while supporting health, well-being and active, agile aging in beautiful surroundings, I think we will have done a good job. Here's a vision for an intergenerational place to live in the centre of Copenhagen, for older people living alongside students with space for grandchildren to visit and in a lively, sociable, safe place. Next slide, please. A bit of a contrast here. When I visited this older sheltered housing block on a cold November morning, I was delighted to meet this group of older residents having their morning coffee and cake outside. Well wrapped up, they were chatting away, and they told me they meet up every day in rain, snow or sun. They even had their Christmas lunch outside. What they really needed was a more robust gazebo to shelter. Otherwise, they were pretty happy with their arrangements and said they felt healthier and happier as a result. It doesn't take too much to create a little more space outside and for older people to have a chance to be together. Sometimes small changes make a big difference. Next slide, please. Repurposing existing buildings is something we've always done. Old buildings can have a future too. We transformed these 1930s flats in central London over 30 years ago, co-designed with the existing tenants as requested by the owner, the then Prince of Wales. Newquay House suffered from cold, damp, no central heating or insulation, but it had a strong community. It's now a thriving multi-generational community. We remodeled and insulated the building, making accessible flats for older people with lifts, wider circulation and new balconies, and creating maisonettes at ground floor for families. There are front and back gardens where you can talk to neighbours over the fence, courtyards and balconies where you can meet up. Community room is for everyone to share. Next, please. This co-housing scheme at Forge Bank, Lancaster by Eco Arc, shows there's more space for people if you keep cars out of the centre of the scheme. The main street is a place to sit out and meet neighbours outside the communal kitchen and dining room. There's a mix of young families and older people sharing more facilities such as laundry, guest bedroom, cars and collective food purchase. Next, please. Marmalade Lane by Mole Architects similarly keeps cars out, so there's more space to enjoy being outside, meet neighbours and share activities. There are houses for families and flats for older people, with a common house where people can share meals, childcare, work. Next, please. Our net zero carbon multi-generational scheme at Hannam Hall is popular with downsizers who enjoy the highly sustainable design with adaptable houses. There's a bedroom at ground floor if you need it, and the rest of the living space can then become upstairs, or you can reverse it. It's very flexible. The green outside spaces are interactive, and again, with plenty of places for all people of all ages. Front gardens, balconies, shared spaces, play spaces, greenhouses, and even orchards and allotments. Next, please. For Beech Tree Place in South London, we've gathered all our experience about what makes a successful, healthy and sociable place to live, one that can adapt and change for people as they get older. We've co-designed it with a group of older residents who are living at Beech Tree at the moment. We're quadrupling the density from 25 two-storey flats to nearly 100 homes. Large adaptable flats for the original group of older people and other flats for families and younger people, all affordable rent or shared ownership. We think a successful lifetime neighbourhood is a diverse one. Younger and able people support older and less able, as well as being their friends and neighbours. As Lord Best said earlier today, walking and wheeling are good for us. And when I first visited site, I was alarmed to see 2 people in wheelchairs trying to navigate the impossible slopes and crossing while avoiding speeding cars on the gyratory that runs in front of the site. So as part of the works, we're calming the traffic on this busy road and planting trees, making it much safer and pleasant to cross the road and get to Sutton town centre opposite, or the neighbourhood, walking, cycling or wheeling. Next, please. So Beech Tree Place has all the ingredients of a sociable and sustainable community, which will encourage activity and interaction, promoting health, well-being, support for older people, as well as the whole community. There are individual balconies with views out, communal gardens, roof gardens for the older people's block, all with places to grow food, flowers, plants, all year round, cultivating a neighbourhood that cares. Next, please. Thank you.